welcome back to Jazz's Angel Number Tarot. I'm super excited for today's video because today we're getting into who is missing you, who wants more from you, and we're in a new space today. So I'm super excited for today's video. Per usual, you can always find my Etsy in the description below if you want your own private tarot reading. Other than that, we're gonna jump right in. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you're feeling called to. And yeah, pause the video if you need more time. Yes, you could pick more than one pile. We have group 1 with the red stone, group 2 with the blue stone, group 3 with the green stone, and group 4 with the orange stone. So take 3 deep mindful breaths, center yourself, center your intuition, and then go ahead and pick the pile of the piles that you're being called to, and we're just gonna get started. All right, if you chose pile 1 with the red stone, this is your reading. We're gonna get right into it, okay? Who is missing you right now? Who wants more from you as well? So the first couple of cards we got from under your stone are very interesting, you guys. We got, it's time for me to heal now, and we will always be connected in soul no matter how far we drift from each other. So immediately, that kind of makes me think that you guys may be in some sort of separation with your person, because tapping into that energy, it feels like two people that weren't really seeing eye to eye for a while, and finally they're just like, I have to surrender to this energy or otherwise we're both gonna go crazy, you know? It's time for me to heal now. That also sounds like, I'm not gonna take all of those. That also sounds like someone who's finally taking responsibility for whatever part that they played in it. So for me, I'm feeling like this is an ex of yours who you kind of outgrew. And, you know, surprisingly, your person was invested a lot longer than I feel like they let on. We have, I left when I saw you with another person. Or what does it say? I left when I saw you with someone. So that's kind of an energy of them. Like, they were still invested, but it seemed like you had kind of started to move on. And honestly, this could be their assumption as well. Like, you know, they could have assumed, especially if they're someone who watches your stories or they watch you, keep an eye on you on social media, this could definitely be someone who was watching after they kind of like left, but they plan to come back eventually. And I feel like you guys may have gotten tired with like the waiting or the back and forth game, and so you started to live your life, and that kind of made them feel away. Okay, so we have, I hid who I really am for you, from you, and you came closer than anyone. So you guys, tapping into this energy, I really feel like you were dealing with someone who was troubled. I remember every detail of that day, and I left you before you could leave me. I don't know if these cards are focusing. I'm sorry if they aren't. You're just gonna have to take my word for it because the camera's a little bit farther than it usually is. And then we have I love you is the last card. I don't think they are focusing, but yeah, I feel like there may have been a big blowout with this person. Like, you guys may have stopped talking in a bit, like it ended in a bang, like all at once, very quickly, and it may have gotten ugly. But surprisingly, I feel like for some of you, this person never expressed this to you. I feel like they never expressed the love that they have for you, and they're still feeling connected with you. I feel like there's mixed emotions, and I feel like the jealousy is unfair, and I feel like as time goes on, they're starting to transcend that energy. You are my perfect mirror. I reflect everything within your consciousness. This may have been a twin flame situation, and I know that we were created to be together eternally. You can't lose me. I am yours forever. So that honestly just confirms everything that I was feeling before, where it's kind of like, oh, I wonder if this is someone who never expressed themselves. I feel like you guys may have your own throat chakra block as well, group 1, where you didn't completely tell this person what you needed from them, or explain how you felt to them either. You know, and honestly, I know this is like who is missing you right now, and also who wants more from you. But I really feel a lot of responsibility, group 1, that this person has taken. We even got the King of Wands that just showed up in reverse. So that's like an energy of this person admitting like, I have some flaws I need to work on. So I feel like it's like maybe 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Like this person gets jealous and then they kind of learn more about themselves and they realize how they treated you or how they were in the connection and how they got in the way of the connection being able to flourish, taking responsibility in that way. So then they come back, you know, back to their center and they're like, okay, like it's kind of like they keep pointing the finger at themselves. Ultimately, everything kind of boils down to them. I really feel them taking a lot of responsibility. So it's seeming like you have options and they're not happy about that. We have the 7 of Cups and the 7 of Pentacles that showed up for you guys. So it seems like you're doing your own thing, but at the end of the day, 7 of Pentacles, it's a disappointing energy from their perspective to watch the person that they realize that they love go explore other connections. But at the same time, it's like they know that they can't be unfair about it. They know that they can't, like, they know that it's kind of like their fault or they're taking the majority of the responsibility. So we have the Temperance card and the King of Wands in reverse. Ultimately, their goal right now is to genuinely heal and to get in a place where they can be a valuable partner. Spirit, what else can you tell me here? This feels like an ex for sure. If not an ex, definitely a situationship. Because like, they're taking a lot of responsibility, and when people have to take a lot of responsibility, there has to be a lot of history. Unless for a few of you, it was just like one big blowout where things just completely went left and they're feeling guilty about that. For the most part, I really feel that we have the 2 of Swords, 5 of Wands, bottom of the deck, 9 of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like this person goes in and out of like that kind of martyr perspective where I'm so horrible, you know what I mean? Like when people like they want to kind of feel like a victim, you know what I mean? And then they just start like blaming themselves to a degree where it's like still forfeiting responsibility, you know what I mean? Let's see what else I can get. Ooh, interesting. So we have overrate your intuition, accept and receive an imbalance that came up for you guys. So I feel like they're gonna come through trying to apologize to you, trying to some way, somehow make it up to you if they can, trying to see if they can kind of get back on your good side. Overrate your intuition is kind of like Spirit telling you, don't allow this person and what they're doing to take you off track. Like if they have this big aha moment and they're feeling super inspired and they reach out to you, that doesn't mean you have to give in to them, you know what I mean? That doesn't mean that you have to just immediately let them back in. Spirit is saying overrate your intuition, like whatever you feel about this situation, go with that. And honestly, for some of you, Spirit is saying that because there's still a possibility for you guys to have an actual future, a long future. And Spirit is saying if you feel internally, like in your soul and your spirit, I was just doing a private reading about this with someone the other day. Like if you really feel in your soul and your spirit, you know, to give this person a second chance, you have to go with what's best for you. Not what society says, not what your friends say, not what your shadow says, but you have to go with the thing that's best for you, because at the end of the day, your friends aren't gonna cuddle you at night, you know, and if you feel that this person deserves a second chance, you have to give them, you know, you should maybe consider giving them that. But at the same time, if you feel like, no way, I don't even resonate with you anymore, I know that I don't want this, I know that this isn't for me, honor that as well, you know? So we have gratitude again and nourish the sacred feminine. So Spirit is really telling you to tap into your feminine energy in the sense of make sure you are, make sure you're taking care of yourself, you know? Make sure you're acknowledging your feminine energy just as much as your masculine. For your sake. We have pride and self-esteem. So some of you guys, you know, this person may have said or did something that was a blow to the ego. You're like, I don't even like very many people. Like, I'm not the type that like really gives in to people like this. So for me to give you a second chance is a big deal. Spirit is saying though, if your intuition, if your feminine energy is calling that person back to you, you know, that's something worth honoring for your sake. We have pride. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. And then self-esteem, I possess the gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. Honestly, this group is like 50-50. 50% of you self-esteem. Spirit is saying like, has this person crossed the line with you? If they have, you have to make a decision based off of that. And sometimes when you forgive people, you can like kind of feel like, oh, I want to let them back in. So make sure you weigh your options and make sure you decide like, is this crossing the line, you know? And then with pride, some of you guys, it's like, okay, Spirit's kind of saying, make sure you don't lose out on a good thing or something that could be good for you, being prideful. So this is a really tricky one, but that is what I have for you, group one. You can find me on Etsy in the description below, per usual. That was your reading. I'll talk to you later. Now offering 7-day vigil candles burned on my personal altar for money, transformation, romantic love, psychic ability, clearing negative energy, passion, power, and more. All right, group two, with the blue stone, let's get right into it. Who is missing you right now and wanting more from you? So the first couple of cards we have under your stone, we have, I will wait for a sign from you. And then we have, your body may be away from me, but there is a window open from my heart to yours. Wow. This feels like someone you're not talking to in the 3D, but ironically enough, there's a window open from my heart to yours. There's still an energetic connection going. And I feel like it's definitely felt mutually. And especially like if you're the more like spiritual one, the more tapped into your intuition, that's even more telling, because this person is confirming like, yeah, the spiritual connection, it's there. It's real, it's there. Let's see what else I can get. Ooh. And then we have a bunch that flipped over. Oh my God, I'm getting so much tea from your pile. Okay, so we have, I know I messed up everything, and I know I was a distraction from your pain. So this feels like a trauma bond, you guys. I gotta be honest, group two. This feels like someone you had a very quick, short connection with because you were both trauma bonding. You may have been trying to get over an ex, or you may have been trying to just feel something after a long time of feeling numb or just stagnant or feeling alone, whatever. Like, this person served a specific purpose for you. And I feel like that's vice versa, which is why you attracted this person in the first place, because I don't feel like you really looked at them in a super in-depth way. I feel like they're the first person that just made you feel something in a while, or, you know, since the breakup, whatever. Like, I don't feel like this is someone you like took it really, really slow with, went on a lot of dates with, were looking for like wifely or husband qualities in, like you had the whole list. I don't feel like it was that calculated. It was just like an experience. The timing just wasn't right for us. You came closer than anyone. So giving me more of that trauma bonding energy, because this person definitely had their own demons that you were kind of soothing and keeping at bay. And I just get like a little, I'm seeing someone and they're just kind of smiling and chuckling. It's like you actually kind of made them feel like happy for a little bit. And I hid who I really am from you. I don't react when people mention you. I feel like they're back to being cold, back to their normal energy, back into a space where they feel they have the most control. So I feel like for you guys, group two, the person missing you right now is someone you had like a short encounter with, like say like 3 to 6 months type short, just short. I feel significantly shorter than that. Like I feel like 2 months, like very electric, very fiery, very quick though. Wow, and I feel like you know, with you guys, I haven't felt this in a while. I feel like both of you guys are very spiritual, and your spirituality is manifested in different ways, because someone can be spiritual and not even aware that, you know, they may not be someone who does all the crystals and the tarot and stuff like that, but they could still be very spiritual, because spirituality has nothing to do with like divination, you know, like tarot cards are divination tools, but you could be spiritual just with your connection from you to spirit. It doesn't, you don't have to have all that extra. So I feel like this person was like spiritual in that sense, where they can pull on your energy when they want to, very like emotionally and intuitively tapped in. When there's a change within you, they can feel it. Like they may pull up on you out of nowhere, like just that, like they know where you are or something like that. Like the connection is very, we have the universe is fighting for our souls to be together. All the signs you've been noticing are not coincidences. We share the same core values and life vision. That's what makes you so special to me. And you walked into my heart like you always belonged there, took down my walls and lit my soul on fire. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Like a very magnetic, crazy, fiery attraction, occurrence all at once, very, very quickly, and kind of like out of the blue, unexpected even. I don't feel like you were really looking for this person. It just kind of feels like everything just happened. And they can feel a pull from spirit, kind of telling them like there's a reason this person was in your life. And the interesting thing is we share the same core values and life vision. That's what makes you so special. My ego wants to reject that. And like, that's how spiritually connected I feel like both of you are. Because it's rare that I get like kind of like, no, stay out of here. You know what I mean? And I feel like I want to reject that because maybe both of you guys did. Like when you think about it, I feel like you guys are a lot alike, but in different ways. Like you could both be very passionate, but about different things. You could both be, what do you call it? You could both be, I don't know, now I can't think of the word, but you could both be like aggressive in different ways or about different things. It's like you guys have very similar energies, you really do, but I feel like it's just manifested in different ways, and that's because you guys are two separate souls living this human experience together. So of course you're gonna be different, but very interesting energy with you guys. We got the Six of Swords and the Devil, and then the Four of Wands in reverse. You guys, this was a person where if you allowed yourself to, they would let your darkness live. They would let your shadow live. They didn't judge you for your shadow. But I feel like maybe you guys don't fully accept your shadow. There's those. So you may have felt like, no, I don't want to acknowledge the darkness. I just want to have this love with you, you know? Or I don't want to, like, you may have internally been feeling like, I don't want to, you know, be dark anymore, or I don't want to feel like a bad person. So I'm going to ignore that and just focus on the connection and the love that we could have together. And I don't feel like they could really respect that. I feel like you guys could have gone deeper if you may have been more vulnerable and open with all sides of yourself. Because this person, I feel like what's really special about them is they would have accepted the worst parts of you, but maybe people in the past wouldn't. So that's not something that you wanted to let out. It's almost like, I'm also getting group 2. It's almost like you wanted to put out this projection that you're a good girl or a good boy, a good person, because your ex may have demonized you just for being like a yin and yang being. Love and light. Also darkness, you know? Like, we have a higher self and a lower self. And I don't feel like the ex or whoever you dealt with last could have, they weren't maybe emotionally mature enough, or they just, I don't know. This isn't about them. Judgment in reverse, the Magician in reverse, and the Queen of Cups in reverse. You guys definitely didn't go as far as you could have. And like I said, this person was definitely in your life to teach you something. Magician in reverse. Spirit kind of stopped you from your spiritual growth and said, here's a lesson for you to learn through this person. Wow, I could go on with this pile for like 20 minutes. Check out my second channel, because I do 20-minute readings over there. And now I'm so used to doing long-ass readings that when I do these like 10-minute readings, I'm like, we aren't getting all the way into it. So you know you can find me on Etsy if you want to go deeper. But we have regret, perseverance, imagination, and indecision. You know, I feel like you guys got lost in the sauce of what the connection could be in a positive way, that you didn't accept the connection for what it was and what it truly could be if you really explored the depths of each other. Imagination, I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. Indecision, I use my intuition in all aspects of my life. This person is going to come back, by the way. Perseverance, I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. I feel like you guys will go further if you can break the boundary of getting through that next level of self, of who you really are. Like, if you keep going. Regret, I know that I cannot change the past. You guys may be regretful. You may even just want to forget about this person, you know, because they really triggered something in you, a level in you that you weren't ready to explore yet. Like I said, I can go on for time and time and time, but I do got to get to the other piles. The videos are shorter over here. You can find me on Etsy if you want a private tarot reading. This is what I have for you today, you guys. I'll talk to you later.
Now offering 7-day vigil candles burned on my personal altar for money, transformation, romantic love, psychic ability, clearing negative energy, passion, power, and more.
All right, group 3 with the green stone, let's get right into your reading. Who is missing you right now and who wants more from you? So the first couple of cards we have under your stone, we have, I wonder if you are happy without me. T, and our higher selves are using closeness and distance to trigger everything that is keeping us apart. So you may go in and out of experiences with this person. It's like, you know, for a short time you'll not see them, then they'll be kind of all over you, and this may be vice versa. Honestly, you may run into their life and then run back out once you feel like you've gotten fulfilled by them, and vice versa. I feel a lot of in and out energy, and I do feel that in an intimate way. I feel like almost every time you see this person, there's some sort of intimacy. Like, even if it's not all the way. And it's not surprising we have I am so attracted to you that just fell out. So I would say that that's confirmation, if anything. Yeah, we need to let each other go, and I wish I could share my good news with you. So honestly, this is feeling like someone that you've dated in the past that you've fully gotten over. I don't feel like this is someone you still have an energetic attachment to. I feel like this person has been kind of long gone out of your mind, long gone out of your soul, your spirit. You've really completely purged this person. And I feel like you've gotten bored of them. Honestly, it may have been back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And right now, whenever you're watching this, is like the longest you guys have gone without talking to each other. And it's like they're moving on with life, but they're missing you. I feel like they feel like you were a really good friend to them, a really good person to them, someone they could trust, someone they could really have in their corner. And now they don't have that, and they're missing that. I feel like you guys are past all of the dramatics, the guilt, you know, the extra stuff. And I feel like you guys have both kind of settled down about the situation, accepted it for what happened or what it was. And now I kind of feel both of you in this space where it's like, you may both be missing each other. I wish I could take back my words, and I know I messed up everything. So this person, I feel like if you guys haven't spoken in a while, it's because they're like, I need to give you a rest. Like, all that I've put them through, they're kind of looking at, I feel like they've looked at themselves and who they've been and what they have done. And they're just in a space where it's like, this person really does deserve to rest. They deserve peace. They deserve love. They deserve, like, they don't really want to come in and ruin your life. I heard again. They don't want to come in and ruin your life again. So you may have forfeited another relationship in the past for them. Yeah. Oh, I left when I saw you with someone, and I'm becoming a better person. So you guys may have moved on, and you may be like low-key watching this video when you're alone because you're in another relationship, or you're starting to see someone else but still thinking about them, and you're trying to figure out why you're still thinking about them. I hide behind material things, and my life is not as together as it seems. So you guys, there's definitely an energy here of this person kind of feeling like you kind of grounded them and brought them to a deeper reality. But in the midst of it, I feel like you guys may have just been really toxic for each other. This honestly feels like someone you haven't talked to in a long time though, like years. For some of you, like you haven't talked to this person in years. And it's crazy, like the last 3 years have literally gone by like so fast. It's like, it's insane. Oh my God. I'm constantly surprised by the longing for you that never quiets. The longing, like it's been a long time. My dear, our souls met long before our eyes did. So there's an energy here of this person being like, I don't know if you know what this connection really was, but I know what this connection really was. And I feel like this person has gone on like a little spiritual journey in the last couple of years. Like they may be someone who used to hide behind material things, and now they're super like, you know, I don't even know how to describe it, but that spiritual aesthetic, that like grounded boho type of aesthetic, they may be like that now. I feel like they've gone on like some sort of retreat or healing experience, and now they're different. Love yourself as much as you desire to be loved by me, and the separation is immensely painful and frustrating for me, but it is essential to healing. So they want to talk to you, but they almost, you know, I feel like through their spiritual ascension, they saw themselves as a monster. And they also saw how much you were willing to give to them, but they saw that that was toxic as well, because they weren't giving to you a fair trade for that. So they feel like both of you, like I said, need healing, but I feel like you guys are kind of past that. I feel like you guys have worked well past beyond the healing phase, and now you guys are in a more like just living life phase, moved on. Yeah, 8 of Pentacles in reverse. This person feels like the relationship ended a lot sooner than it should have. And they feel like it was too much. I feel like you guys really had a dramatic ending, like everything just kind of came to a screeching halt like all at once, and it was like really dramatic and painful, and like for the both of you, they saw themselves in a light that they don't ever want to see themselves in again. Like they scared themselves. Oh my God, 8 of Swords, 10 of Wands in reverse is kind of like a rabid dog trapped in a corner. It could be the sweetest dog under the right circumstances, but a dog that's been hurt and mistreated, backed in a corner, even if it's by like, you know, the good guys, people trying to save them and take them to a shelter and protect them and take care of them and get them housed up with loving people. This person felt so like forcibly kind of loved by you and also drawn to you by the universe, where it's like, mind, body, and soul, I'm being forced into something that I can't even process yet. Now I feel like they can process it, but that's how they felt at the time. So they may have really did something real bad. I don't know. Obviously that won't be for everyone, but for some of you, this person, like, I'm just getting like a wild animal type of energy. Yeah, we have peace and acceptance, and then we have empathy and adversity. So honestly, I feel like this person doesn't feel like they deserve you. They feel like they should just best go on with their life and try to find someone that they could start all over with, because they don't feel deserving of having a second chance with you guys due to, I think, what they've done. Adversity and empathy. Peace, I'm a being of love and I release all negative energy. Acceptance, I'm learning to accept the things I cannot change. So it's like they got to this point where they had to really look at themselves and see themselves for who they really are, and just how bad it can get, and how dark they can be, and how negative, like I feel like they did something they didn't even expect themselves, or they reached into a level of just nastiness. This could be their words. Did we get that for you guys? I wish I could take back my words. Yeah, it could be just their words. It could be something worse. Adversity, I accept the challenges are the best way to learn, so they really are growing. And empathy, I am open to seeing both sides of the situation. So I feel like they really see you for all you put in and all you are willing to give. But again, it's the light and dark. They see where a lack of boundaries can really be something that can allow an uncontrolled shadow, which they had at the time when they were dealing with you. They see where someone with a lack of boundaries can be a really bad situation for someone who doesn't have a controlled shadow. So I feel like they did a 180, like, personally. But yeah, you guys, that's what I have for you. You can find me on Etsy if you want a private tarot reading, but that was your reading today, and I'll talk to you soon.
Now offering 7-day vigil candles burned on my personal altar for money, transformation, romantic love, psychic ability, clearing negative energy, passion, power, and more.
All right, if you chose group 4 with the orange stone, this is your reading, you guys. Who is missing you right now and wants more from you? So the first couple of cards under your stone, we have I want you. So there's that. And then we have, we must first feel complete individually before we are able to feel complete together. So I feel like there may be some separation, or just an energy of trying to figure things out. I feel like you guys are maybe having a hard time balancing alone time or time outside of each other with friends and people that you guys don't have as mutuals. Like, I feel like you guys are trying to, but I feel like it's in reverse. So I feel like you guys may have spent a lot of time together up front in the beginning, and then they may have switched up on you, or vice versa. You may have switched up on them, and all of a sudden you're like, I need all this space. And it may be like super triggering for them, because they're like, hold the freaking phone. Like, where is this coming from? Is something wrong? Because it's like, you didn't need space before, so what's wrong, you know? The timing just wasn't right for us, and just being near you is intoxicating. So you guys may be in separation. I kind of felt in the beginning that you weren't, though. I felt an energy where it's like you guys are probably the most likely out of all the piles, where it's like you're still much so talking, still seeing each other. Maybe you guys are on a break, though. I lost myself for a little while, and you and I were too young. I didn't even see when these cards fell. Like, where did that come from? There's those two. You and I were too young. So you may have had like a year between talking to each other, like some sort of kind of significant period of time where you weren't in contact. I'm afraid to contact you. I hate who I really am from you, and you don't know how hard it was to let you go. So this person is ready for redemption. They're ready to come back, ready to talk to you, ready to get things started again, but also kind of afraid, perhaps because of the way that they left. They may have left and didn't give you very much of an explanation. This person definitely needed some time to grow, and vice versa. But now I'm hearing, I was just gonna say, but I feel like they just kind of made the executive decision to step away from the situation. But I feel like both of you knew that there were things that needed to be changed, and Spirit kind of told the both of you that, okay, you need space away from each other. But they just said, okay, I'm the stronger person in this connection, in the sense that I can end things easier than, you know, you could on your own. So since I have the ability to step away, they did. But I feel like they may have, instead of explaining it like that, like this is something I heard from Spirit, or this is, I feel like instead of having a mutual, like mature conversation, it may have ended in an argument, or you guys may have started to talk about other things, and then it just made you feel like fingers were being pointed at you, or this person may have ghosted with no explanation. I don't know how they did it. see. There's a reason why you can't walk away. We belong to each other from the start. My heart knows things that my mind cannot explain. So logically, they may feel like, yeah, that was the wrong way to leave, but also their heart or their intuition is kind of telling them this is something that should happen. I will always lean my heart as close to your soul as I can. A lot of heart space for this person. I feel like this person kind of looked at you like, they may have been older than you, like 3 years older than you or something like that. They kind of looked at you almost like you were a baby and someone that they should be taking care of. And they kind of took this like mature role where it's like, but I feel like it was just a bit toxic. I always lean my heart as close to your soul as I can. Separation is an illusion. Everything connects through energy. We're connected and share a bond for one another. We can, whether we are in direct contact or not. So there's those. They feel like you guys are still energetically connected. Honestly, I feel like this person kind of took a high and mighty route of ending the situation with you though. Like it just kind of feels a bit icky. It's like what you're saying is true, but the way you're going about it is as if you're so much smarter or ahead of me, like spiritually. And I don't feel like that resonated with you guys. Yeah, we got the World card and the 5 of Swords. So they took a selfish way out. I think that they got a message from Spirit. Like, this is what needs to happen here. You guys need to separate, go through some healing, and then come back together. But when they ended things, they may have talked down to you or, you know, kind of treated you like you were a child or something. I'm getting just this energy of they really dragged the I'm a few years older than you, like it was like really meaning something. Like, okay, congratulations, you were born before me. Like, what does that even mean? Like, that doesn't actually mean anything. Ugh, I just feel like this person is so dramatic. Like, you know, I know you don't understand, but I gotta go. Like, shut up. A lot of reminiscing. We have the 8 of Cups and the 6 of Pentacles. So ultimately they feel like they made the right decision, but they really miss you. And also the separation isn't feeling like they thought it would feel. They thought because they ended it with the upper hand, at least from their perspective, that it would feel good, that they wouldn't be hurting, that they wouldn't be affected, but that is not true. And so they're kind of really confused. And honestly, they may have come back to you because they were confused whenever it didn't feel right, whenever it felt like you were getting the upper hand or something on them. Then they started to, you know, try to come back and get it back from you. So things may have gotten toxic. Queen of Cups in reverse, Page of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like you guys may have allowed this person to do more than they should have, but also Page of Pentacles in reverse shows me that they're not exactly who they think they are. It's like they see themselves in a way that's not accurate. Like, you're not that guy, you're not that girl, you're really not. Like, you think you are, but you're not. Like, and so it's just a bit frustrating here because it's giving delusional. We have the Queen of Swords and the 6 of Swords. It's tricky because as far as what this person wants more from you, I don't see them taking responsibility for that. I feel like they know the way that they ended things was wrong, but they're looking at it in a way like that conversation was wrong versus my view of this situation or the world in general or our age gap or our maturity gap. I don't feel like they've addressed that. So what this person wants from you is they want, honestly, I feel like they're going to try to reach back out to you and they're going to expect you to have grown to their standard versus a standard of what spirit would require, you know? It's kind of like they have this God complex a little bit because it's like, I don't see them to have addressed that part. I feel like if you were to be like, okay, do you feel like you were wrong for that? They would be like, yeah, I was wrong for that. But I don't feel like they would take responsibility about the elephant in the room, which is kind of like their actual flaws. you know, and I feel like they took this healing process as a time to just learn how to communicate better. But the part where you have to really go deeper and look at yourself, I don't feel like they've done that, you guys. We got the Ace of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, so they definitely see your value, and I feel like even just communicating with you like alone validates a lot of who they feel like they are, you know, because they see you as the Queen of Pentacles, someone very valuable. And if they can get you just to talk to them, that validates that they are worthy of a Queen of Pentacles. You get what I mean? And I feel like that's how they've kind of skated through life, getting validation through other people to support their reality versus really taking responsibility of who they are and what they've done. So the distraction of shiny things and creator alchemy. Oh my God. T. You know, I feel like this person gets to date some really attractive people. I feel like they get to just, I feel like they're kind of lucky. Like they get job positions by being kind of like delusional. They think they're worthy, so they put out this energy of, I'm the best thing to ever have walked into this job interview. I'm the best thing to ever walked into this person's life. And because they put out that energy, people accept that as true. And then as time goes on, you realize how much this person doesn't know, or how much work they still haven't done. And it's almost too late because you're already in love with them, or you already gave them the job. So I'm uncovering a lot about this person. I don't know, you guys. We got protected by angels. So your angels may be saying, this is a stone cold narcissist. You need to stay away. Take it as a lesson, but charge this one to the game. It's going to be up to you, of course. You're cherished by the angels, is what it says at the bottom of the card. So your angels are protecting you, but I definitely feel like there's a lot more to this pile than meets the eye. That's what I have for you guys. You can hit me up on Etsy if you want a private tarot reading, but that is what I have for you today. I love you. Be careful what you wish for, and I will see you in the next one.
Now offering 7-day vigil candles burned on my personal altar for money, transformation, romantic love, psychic ability, clearing negative energy, passion, power, and more.